first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. From UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Landon.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
3rd down. 3rd and 14.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Haskins. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that,
and got his man complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 64 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair, watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Steven Sims on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here, 3rd and long after that last sack. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Haskins. And that is incomplete here. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now it's Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Complete.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Number 33, Aaron Jones, the ball carrier. The tackle.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The first quarter with the score, Packers 14, Washington nothing.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Complete.
It's a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, Mike, 58, right?
Here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From midfield now, Haskins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
31 yards on the punt there, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This is caught. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Packers 21. Washington, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Down at the 42
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes remaining in this first half. A football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down now, it's Gibson, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Packers 21, Washington 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
This is intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
Monte Nicholson. Rodgers pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10. At the 25-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll move the chains. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
30-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. Steps away to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He had a really solid 1st half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The 1st half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive in the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st down, it's Gibson, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Christian Kirksey.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
That's good.
4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And shedding through the tackle. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
17 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 44, Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 33.
Green Bay.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers going down the middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is
that he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Makes the score Packers 28, Washington 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Sims to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Haskins to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 56.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Throwing right, and that's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Washington 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Sims to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Echo! 58's the mic! 58's the mic!
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. 56, the mic, boys. 56.
To throw again. Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so low.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Packers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.